Everyone, this is Joanna. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Before we get started, I just want to wish you all a very happy new year. Hope this year is going to be a really good one to you all. Now we're going to start off with this very simple project, and some of you already are recognizing the technique. I've been kind of stuck on it ever since I got my Cernit clays, but I really do love it, and I think that this technique is absolutely perfect for the translucent clays because you get to see all those different layers of the pendant. So with that being said, let me show you how I made these. So for the clay today, I'm going to use a Cernit translucent, amber, and also the Bordeaux. And you have seen me use the Bordeaux. I made an ornament with it, and I also made another pendant with it. So if you watch those videos, you know that this clay is going to turn into this beautiful burgundy color. And I'm just going to give them a rough chop. Now, a lot of you guys are saying that Cernit, that you are not using Cernit because Cernit is very soft. I don't find it as soft as some other clay, so I wonder if they just changed something. Like Sculpey, some of the Sculpey clays are much softer than I thought that Cernit was. So anyways, I'm loving those clays. I love the translucents. This was my trial run. I have not used the amber before, so I was very interested to see how this was going to come out. So as you can see, I'm just grabbing some gold leaf and I'm giving it a big nice mix. And if you want, you can use some translucent clay to put all the pieces together. You can see that they're just coming together very easily into one big pile of clay that I'm actually going to shape in just 1 minute. But for now, I'm just babying it and turning it into nice bulky square. Okay, so the time has come for me to start shaping, and probably I should have put it in the freezer because usually here in California, even on the cold day, it's pretty darn warm. But I'm just shaving it, and you know, you're not thrilled, or I wasn't very thrilled with the color, but you know, you have to trust this clay. Cernit has been the Cernit translucent has been so surprising and so fun to work with. At this point, I just was so eager to see how this was all going to turn out, and I decided to use my silicone molds. I think that primarily people use them for resin pendants, but they work great with clay. So I'm just putting all those pieces into the molds, and you want to give them a nice squish and fill up the molds with the leftover clay, just so that it's nice and full and flat, and you really are going to get really beautiful result with it. Now this one came actually together with my other molds. There are so many different variations online on Amazon that you can get, and they are so super inexpensive. I would highly recommend the silicone molds for resin or clay pendants. Now you can see here kind of how it's going to look, and I liked it. Of course, purple is not my thing, but I know that this burgundy is going to this is going to be a true burgundy. Now you can see here I created the second pendant. I wasn't too keen on that yellow stripe that is going up and down, but you know, trust the clay, right? So here you have my 3 different pendants. I'm going to put them in the freezer in just 1 second, but I decided to finish my last piece of clay, and this one was going to be, I was just going to shape it by hand. And it's really funny because the pendant, or this particular pendant, actually came out looking like a teardrop, which I could have easily just taken a teardrop shape cutter and cut it out. But sometimes, and I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, it feels really good to work with clay. It's just an awesome feeling to be able to feel the clay and shape it and touch it. So I decided to do that, and now my pendants went into the freezer probably 15 minutes, and here they are back out, and they pop out so easily. You leave them in that freezer and it just makes your life so much easier. And you can see that they even have those little holes already for the rings, and they did not break. I just assumed that they were going to break on me, but they didn't. They really, it was just so fun working with this mold. So you're just gonna go and pop them out, and it's just so satisfying when they come out, and the back is just so smooth. And yes, that yellow line was from the top to the bottom, wasn't my favorite, but it's really funny because it came out completely different once I took it out of the oven. But here you have it. Here are my pendants, and they are ready to go in the oven, 270 degrees, half an hour. And voila, after half an hour in the oven, that's what we have. They look completely different. The depth in those pendants, and look, that yellow line doesn't even bother me right now. It's just the depth is amazing. And this one here, I think that I'm going to put resin on both sides because I like both sides, so I can wear it on this side or on the other side, whatever I feel like. And now I'm just going to apply some resin, and I'm going to go around those holes that are already there for the rings. And so don't put too much resin so it doesn't go inside the holes and you don't have to drill it out. You just make use of those holes, they are already there. And there you have it. Now with this particular one, the resin is already set, but look at that, I got a drip on it. I got a drip on the bottom, and you can just take it and just pull it off just like that. And this pendant is for me, so I'm really not worried about how the back looks, but you may have to go and finish it off if you're trying to give it to someone else. But the resin actually does come off pretty easily. And look at this one. This one was the one that I wasn't really in love with because of that yellow line running through it, but gorgeous. It is really amazing how much depth you see in them. You see the different layer after layer going inside the pendant. It's just really such a fun technique, and I think that in particular for the translucent clay, this is an amazing technique. And here on the right hand side, I made an additional pendant because I couldn't control myself, so there you have it. So what do you guys think about this project? It's fun, right? Look at this. It's almost like you're looking under the water. If I was using blues, you really would think that this is under the water because you have all those things coming out from the bottom. I love it, and it's so simple. So if you guys are a beginner, you can do it too. It just shows that you really don't need too much practice or technique in order to create a beautiful pendant. And with that being said, my friends, I hope you enjoy this video. Until next time, ta-ta!